All right, guys. Welcome to the Pitchfork podcast for September 25th, 2021. If you guys like the stream, hit like, hit share, but make sure you let other people know that I run the stream. I run this podcast for you guys. So I'm going to bring some bad cop news and bring some other general news. I'm going to be also talking to you guys directly. So without further ado, let's get into the news. It's going to be a fun day. We got a lot of news to cover. We're going to be doing some live edits and putting it on TikTok and also on YouTube. So if you guys want to see that kind of material, you guys let me know. Hit like button, hit share button. Make sure you share the content with other people. I cover this news all the time. I do this for a reason. I do this because I want people to hold police officers accountable. And today we got a lot of pedophiles. A lot of them. It's going to be pretty fucking disturbing. I got to tell you right for the outset, it's going to be pretty disturbing. All right, so let me go ahead and make sure I set up the live scene correctly, because I don't want to. All right, let me just get that set up. Some of these articles are kind of weird. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give you some of this material, some of this good old material. Let's get to the chat first. And so I'm using Restream to stream this. It's Restream through OBS. And we're going to be going and sharing that to you. We're going to be sharing that to you. Let's give me a second. There we go. That's our first story that we're going to be looking over today. That's going to be our first story. And let's go to live studio. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me for all this for all this time, you know. Also TikTok, thank you very much for giving me your support. I do appreciate it. You know, it's not lost on me that so many people have given me support over all these years, man. I really do appreciate it, and I want you guys to know that no matter what happens, I'm going to always bring you this content. Because this content is what I like to do. It's what I truly enjoy. It's what gives me pleasure, I should say. And my restream is acting weird. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and cover this in just a second. Let me make sure I get everything set up just right. And I want to make sure the stream is going to be looking good, because there's no point in us streaming if it looks like doo-doo. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into this story here. A Wahoo police officer arrested on child sexual assault charges in Dodge County. So another cop has been arrested for child sexual assault charges. I've been covering a lot of these stories lately. A Wahoo police officer was arrested in Dodge County after turning himself in on charges of sexual assault on a child Friday. On Monday, the Nebraska State Patrol and Nebraska Attorney General's office filed a criminal complaint against Officer Son M. Vilmont, according to a press release from the Wahoo Police Department. According to a complaint filed Wednesday, Vilmont, 41, of Fremont, is facing 2 counts of third-degree sexual assault of a child and 1 count of a lawful intrusion. While the reported dates for all 3 counts were between January 1st, 2020 and January 31st, 2021, the counts indicated that the victim was a minor during the accused crime. So you got another sick, twisted, disgusting cop. And he's got a small picture there, but I want you guys to at least see some of his face, because I want you guys to see the ever evolving number of cops that I've been catching who have been pedophiles. The ever evolving number. I have covered, in some cases, 6 and 7 stories a day with freaking stories that were reported within 24 hours with pedophile cops. It is that bad, and you're seeing yet another one like this. Yet another one. Like freaking DJ Khaled. Another one. Another one. Yeah, another one. And it gets to the point where all the people who just argue against me all the time, right? It gets to the point whereas you have to wonder what are their true intentions? Do they care about children? Do they care that these people are predators? Do they care? It's just it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. All right, so we're gonna try to move on here. We got our thingamajig here slowing us down. All right. I'm going to put this through archive.is because I don't want to log in or pay for no article. This is a trick that I'm going to show you. So you could archive any link to bypass, paywalls. So archive.is is what I use for that. So here we go. We got another story here. Police officer jailed for rape and possession of child pornography. Arrested last week, this police officer from the Juvenile Brigade was remanded in custody, according to information from La Province. A 42-year-old Marseille police officer suspected of rape, sexual assault, and possession of child pornography was arrested last week and then placed in pretrial detention by the judge of freedoms. The latter worked in the minors brigade. This case is a result of an investigation conducted by the IGPN, the police. The regional daily specifies that, according to the information from La Providence, that was, again, I know it's a French article, but I just want to show you that the problem is across the planet, right? Because I'm finding stories like this, and it's not just the U.S. It's all over the world, man, that this is a problem. And it is a real problem. Let's go check on that archive. Okay. But it is a real problem. A real problem. I just went over a story in the US, and now I'm bringing you something from France. Now here's a story that doesn't involve cops here. Show you how bad the pedophile problem has gotten. It's coming from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Northern District of Texas. Once again, coming from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Texas. Man sentenced to 35 plus years for pornographic images of 6-year-olds. That is disgusting. A Grand Prairie man who sexually exploited 2 6-year-old girls has been sentenced to 430 months in federal prison, according to acting U.S. Attorney General for the Northern District of Texas, Pirak Shah. Juan Navarro Jr., 38, pleaded guilty in January to sexual exploitation of a child and possession of CP. He was sentenced Thursday by U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman. In plea papers, Mr. Navarro admitted that in 2009, he enticed a female child into engaging in sexually explicit conduct for the purposes of producing images for such conduct. He also admitted that he stored multiple sexually explicit images of children on his cell phone. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. 35 plus years, and he's had, wow. It just shows you how depraved some people are, and it shows you why you have to watch your children. People out there are people like this out there. You gotta know this. You gotta keep your eyes open. Keep your head on a swivel, parents. For the love of God, keep your head on a damn swivel for your child's safety. Good Lord, man. I mean, just disgusting stuff, man. Disgusting stuff. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. All right. Here's another story here. Former Washington County Sheriff's son fired from the department. So a sheriff's son was fired from the department. This is coming from Tennessee. Nearly 3 years after video captured him slapping an arrestee in handcuffs, the former Washington County Sheriff's son has been terminated from the department. Former Lieutenant Eddie Graybell, the son of former Sheriff Ed Graybell, had been working as a maintenance custodian, making $28 an hour at the Washington County Sheriff's Office after the state denied a conviction waiver, requesting his transition back to a non-civilian job. Chief Deputy Leitonen confirmed that Eddie Graybill was terminated on Monday after the Tennessee Corrections Institute determined that he could not work in the jail. So the sheriff's son, that's how you know police have gotten worse. That's how you know bad cops have gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. When the sheriff's son can be arrested, not arrested but fired. I want you to see this video. It should be interesting.
The son of recently retired Washington County, Tennessee sheriff has been fired.
The sheriff's office confirmed Eddie Graybill was terminated Monday. Graybill's father was the Washington County sheriff and retired less than a month ago. Graybill lost his officer certification after slapping a handcuffed inmate in late 2018. He pleaded guilty to assault last May and served a year of probation.
Wow.
Recently, he was reassigned as a maintenance custodian at the sheriff's office.
Ansley Daniel just finished speaking with the chief deputy. She joins us live with more.
Josh and Sarah, Chief Deputy Lita Latinen told me that what to do about Sheriff Ed Graybill's son Eddie's position fell on her when he retired earlier this month. And she told me she did not agree with his decision to transfer his position. But she did tell me that she reached out to this Tennessee Corrections Institute asking them what she should do. Here's that email right there. She handed it to me earlier this afternoon. She said that the incident and the charge would disqualify him from working with inmates and that it would be a direct violation of their standards and Tennessee state law if he continued working here.
Wow.
It's not a waiverable offense. TCI's board has never waived an assault for someone to work. It's a pre-employment requirement.
Yeah, you would think it's a pre-employment requirement. Oh my goodness, that is just ridiculous, yo. That is ridiculous.
Now, at the time, she had concerns over...
He just slapped the hell out this man. Yeah, it's a pre-employment requirement that you can't slap inmates who are handcuffed, who can't hit you back. Yeah, it's kind of a requirement, man. Oh my God, my man. And they hired him as a custodian worker, maintenance worker. So they wanted to give him a job, even though he had been convicted of a freaking assault. So a person who was a violent criminal, he's a violent criminal. He was convicted of assault. Yeah, he only got probation, but he was convicted. He was convicted. So why is it that this man gets to get a freaking government job when anyone else who was convicted of freaking assault has a tough time finding a job? Maybe not now because of the job market, but at one point, you know, it was very, very rough. But again, that kind of assault as a police officer, and you were convicted. Now, granted, you're gonna say again, he was only given probation, but he was convicted. How does he find a job because he's a goddamn sheriff's son? Is anyone else's son working in that freaking department as a maintenance worker? Is anyone else's son working in that department as a maintenance worker? If not, then I gotta say it seems to me a very strange thing. Like Jesus Christ Superstar would once say, it seems to me a strange thing. Yeah, very, very strange thing. Very strange thing. Very bizarre. You get fired because you assault an inmate who was handcuffed, and then you get rehired as a maintenance worker because you are the sheriff's son. Bizarre. Bizarre. Gotta tell you. Just bizarre. Bizarre. Let's get into the next story here. All right, this is coming from Bexar County. Bexar County, it's a mess there. It's a mess. Bexar County jailer fired. Let me get a little drink real quick. A Bexar County correction officer fired but not charged in excessive force incident, records show. Wow. Case rejected by the Bexar County District Attorney's Office. So once again, this person was deemed to have assaulted someone by a law enforcement agency, but the Attorney General's office and the District Attorney's office declined to prosecute. That is bizarre. Bizarre. Jonathan Garza, who had been with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office since 2018, was fired in August, according to the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement and BCSO records obtained by KSAT 12 News during a shift on August 20, 2020. So a police officer got drunk and crashed into a public transit bus. Talk about being a talk about being a threat to public safety. A Cleveland police officer has been fired after he admitted to drinking before he was involved in a crash with an RTA bus while he was off duty. Former patrol officer Mason Swires, 27, admitted during a disciplinary hearing that he had 10 to 12 alcoholic drinks before he was involved in the December 12, 2020 crash on Detroit Road at Lake Avenue, according to disciplinary records released Friday. Wow. So this man, my man, he got drunk. He's a police officer off duty in Cleveland. Cleveland is not exactly what I would call an unpopulated city. It is a populated city with a lot of people. This man got drunk, 10 to 12 drinks, and crashed into a public transit bus. Could have killed everyone on that bus. That is the quality of police officers. That is the quality of police officers you are paying for, folks. These are your cops, folks. We got a comment here from Sir Fifth. Hey, brother. What's going on, sir? Sick Fifth. Go ahead and make you a moderator there. All right. Yeah. That is the quality of police officers, folks. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. So once again, I'm gonna go over this one more time. A Cleveland police officer was fired after admitting to drinking before off-duty crash with RTA bus. Published on September 24th, 2021. A Cleveland police officer, a 27-year-old Cleveland police officer named Mason Swires, admitted to drinking during a disciplinary hearing that he had 10 to 12 drinks before he was involved in a December 19th, 2020 crash on Detroit Road at Lake Avenue, according to disciplinary records released Friday. So this guy had an actual hearing, a disciplinary hearing, and he admitted to it. He crashed into an RTA bus while he was off duty. He could have killed people. An RTA bus is a public transit bus. He could have killed everyone on that bus if that bus